KTVU's Crystal Bailey joins us now with more about this violence that's on the rise. Crystal?
Well, Greg, that violence happening across the island as State Senator John Hoffman and his wife recover tonight in the hospital. Researchers and political science experts are pointing to the rhetoric from politicians as the cause.
As the largest manhunt in Minnesota history comes to a close with the arrest of the gunman suspected of shooting 2 Minnesota lawmakers and their spouses, the issue points to an alarming new trend: more political violence. From the attack of Nancy Pelosi's husband, President Trump getting shot at during election season, and now the state of Minnesota dealing with the loss of State Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband.
It's been a part of our history from the beginning, throughout the civil rights era and today.
More recently, though, we're starting to see more ideologically motivated attacks, and especially against Democrats.
A recent Princeton University study found there were 600 incidents of politically motivated threats and attacks last year alone. That's a 74% increase from 2022. In an interview with State Senator Scott Wiener over the weekend, he told us he regularly receives death threats.
I've had to testify at a criminal trial. People have been prosecuted. I'm appreciative that law enforcement has always taken the threats seriously.
Political science experts point to the hostile rhetoric and attacking political opponents, saying words influence action.
When you have that kind of rhetoric, combined with the fact that you have a lot of very strong ideologues out there, and you have people with mental illness, and you have easy access to guns, that's a pretty dangerous combination.
And folks with the nonpartisan political nonprofit Common Cause say the violence escalated after President Trump pardoned those convicted in the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol.
That sends a message that political violence is not going to be held accountable.
And while the entire Minnesota congressional delegation is coming together in this situation, Common Cause says it's up to the people to protest and stand up against any act of politically motivated violence. Justice for all! Like more than 5 million Americans did for the No Kings protests.
There you had folks from all walks of life coming together around a shared political message.
It's important to preserve our democracy and our democratic institutions, and part of a healthy, successful democracy is respecting political differences.
And there's no evidence President Trump is encouraging violence against his political opponents. He actually released a statement about those Minnesota killings saying, quote, "Such horrific violence will not be tolerated." Greg?
Certainly a concerning rise no matter what party you claim. Crystal Bailey in the newsroom. Crystal, thank you.